The countdown.
Today our journey is about to end, after which we would have gone back to our home in Chicago, but don't know why I came to this hill, which has snatched away the happiness and peace from my life. After this, I don't have any reason to live anymore. Actually, we came to scrutinize the haunted places in New York. Here I have experienced Clawsland Mountain Tunnels, House of Death, Bell Witch Cave, and Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. But I didn't get that haunted feeling that I was looking for anywhere. Then yesterday, while going down this road, I saw this village based under the hill, which looked horrific. That is why we parked our car near a point on top of the hill and came down the road to the village. After seeing the view there, I said to Daisy,
Daisy! Doesn't this whole village feel haunted? I am telling you, we will not get better haunted shots anywhere.
I was absolutely right, because usually villages surrounded by hills look lovely. But how can I call this place lovely, where there is no sign of a smile on anyone's face, countable to or for disappointed homes? One old man, who was quietly gathering wood. Women were busy with their work with their eyes down, and the kids were looking as if they were living in the shadow of some fear. Daisy tried talking to the kids with a lovely smile, but none of the kids listened to her. Then Daisy told me,
Baby, this place truly feels haunted. Are we really going to stay here tonight?
Hearing Daisy's question, I said to Daisy, smiling,
Yes. Today we will stay here. You are not afraid. If you are afraid, go to the temple on top of the hill.
Hearing me, the old man, who was still now preparing for bonfire, came towards me and said,
If you want to stay, then stay in this village only. Don't go to the hill. That is not a temple, but the home of devil. That is why spend the night quietly in this room and leave. And one more thing, staying here takes money. So give that before leaving.
Saying that, he moved ahead. Since he had advised us not to go to the hill, now eagerness to go there had increased. But for now, I and Daisy went to the room, told by the old man, and came out after freshening up. Alongside the beauty nearby, I started capturing some weird things in the village in my camera. Roaming around, we reached the place where the path to the temple started. But before we could go ahead from there, that old man screamed from behind,
Stop! Where are you going? I told you right not to go to the hill! Let's go back!
Since the old man said, now we came back to the village, but the curiosity to know what was there on top still remained in me. Here it was evening. I was inside with Daisy, and the old man was sitting outside near the fire. That is, we took the camera and sat with the old man and asked him what was the story behind the house of the devil. Hearing my curiosity, he got pissed and said that he didn't want to talk about that, which has made the condition of the village like this. But after requesting him again and again, he agreed to tell the story of the devil. Then, as I turned on the camera, he said,
I don't know if she was a witch or a ghost, but in my eyes, she was a devil who used to haunt kids and men. And she used to stay there on that hill. But in the dark of the night, she used to come down to the village and steal away the kids and sacrifice them to increase her age. When the villagers came to know about this, then they warned her not to come down to the village, or else it will be bad for her. Since then she has been staying on the hill only. But after not getting any prey for a month, she started getting weak. That is why one day, she reached the village. and was about to take away the kids when the villagers caught her, dragged her by the hair, and tied her to a tree, and started torturing her, and made her blood flow by beating her up. But people didn't stop there. Someone was tearing her clothes, and someone was pulling her hair. In anger, the women of the village snatched each and every hair from her head. Seeing that scene, it was hard to decide who was the devil, she who was tied, or us who were free, and burning that woman alive. Even while burning, she didn't even scream once, because she had turned her screams into revenge. The very next day, her soul started killing the people of the village. For protection from her soul, the villagers gathered her ashes, and by using some spell, trapped her on that hill. Since then, no one has visited that place, because they say that if someone goes there, she will come back with them. Okay, then I will leave. You also go inside and sleep.
After finishing the story, he left, but Daisy was sweating out of fear. But I didn't get much scared after what he said, because ghost stories would attract me for a while, like movies, but not forever. That is why I told Daisy, resting her head on my shoulder, "Daisy, I think that the old man has gone to sleep, and now there is no one to stop us, so why don't we go to the hill?" Hearing me, Daisy was detached.
Mark, have you gone mad? Didn't you hear? If someone goes there, she will come with them. Just sit here quietly.
Daisy, my darling, why are you believing their stories? Come, let's check if there is something actually up there, or if everything was just bogus.
Daisy didn't want to go, but since I was being stubborn, she agreed, and after almost 30 minutes of climbing, we reached the top, where we saw that place was truly weird. Everywhere, there was a pile of small human skulls, as if they belonged to some kind of child. I could feel a strange power in the hill, like someone was around me. After some time, my attention went towards Daisy, and I found that she was not with me. My sight fell on a fort-like thing, on which a red cloth was hanged, using a stick. Seeing which from far, I thought it was a temple. But when I went close, I saw that it was someone's grave, where perhaps the ashes of the devil were buried. I went ahead to take a closer look at the grave, when someone from behind placed one hand on my shoulder. I got scared and screamed. When I turned around, it was Daisy. Her head down, hair open, and sorrow on her face like she had a trauma. Seeing her like this, I was scared inside, but controlling myself, I said to Daisy,
You scared me, and what happened to you, and why are your hair loose?
She ignored me, as if I didn't say anything to her, then said,
Your work done. Now, let's go down now. Okay, now I have to do my work.
I don't know why, but Daisy was looking strange while saying, "And what work did he have to do?" I could not understand that. That is why I thought to go down. Getting down from there, we went straight to our room where Daisy, without saying anything or talking, went to sleep. But she had to do some work. I thought she was tired, so I didn't disturb her, and I too went to sleep. That too in a deep sleep. Then, around 3 a.m., I woke up. Daisy was seated at one corner of the room and counting 21, 22, 23. I was in such deep sleep that I could not open my eyes completely. But still, I said to Daisy,
Daisy, what are you counting so late at night? Sleep, please.
Hearing me, she kept quiet, but as I slept again, her counting started again. 25, 26, 27. This time I didn't say anything to her, and ignoring her counting, I slept. But after some time again, my sleep was disturbed again. As I slightly opened my eyes, I could hear loud thunder, with bright lightning outside the window. Now I was completely awake, and with the loud thunders, I could hear one more sound in the room. That sound was of Daisy. She was now counting backward. 102, 101, 199. This time I got angry, hearing her voice. That is why I turned up the lamp and turned towards her. I was about to say something when that old man started beating on the door and calling me. As I opened the door, I saw that other people from the village were also standing there. Some had sticks in hand, and some had fire torches. Then the old man told me,
Don't know, after so many years, today again a child has gone missing from the village. Now it seems that the devil must have been freed. To be honest, did you go up there?
There were lines of worry on each of those villagers' faces, and someone's kid had been stolen. So I told them the entire truth. The old man yelled and said,
Are you crazy? Both of you will die and get us killed too!
He said, and suddenly saw that Daisy could not be seen anywhere. Because of these people, I too for a moment forgot why Daisy was counting. The low voice of counting was still coming, and as the old man heard the voice, he signaled everyone to be quiet. Then the voice could be heard clearly. 51, 50, 49. And he screamed and said,
Hey, that devil's inside! Get him! Quick!
Then as I turned my sight toward Daisy's voice coming from the corner, there was an ugly scene in front of me. Seeing that, I was shocked. Daisy, like an insane person sitting in that corner, was pulling out her hair one by one, and she was counting backward, because now there were only that many hairs left on her head, and her entire head was drenched in blood, and she was smiling and counting backward. 41, 40, 39. There was a kid lying in front of her, whose throat she was grabbing with her other hand. Seeing her like that, my heart was in my mouth before I could say something to her. She shoved her teeth into the kid's neck, because of which the rest of her face was also now drenched in blood. Don't know what happened. Seeing all this, I fainted and fell on the ground, and the villagers came inside and forcefully started taking him out. There was no courage left in me that I could do something for Daisy. I again tried getting up, but my eyes closed due to losing consciousness. I came to my senses when I heard the voice of the villagers.
Kill as we killed the devil! Otherwise, she will destroy whatever is left of our village!
As my eyes opened, I saw that they had tied Daisy to a tree. She was drenched in blood, without hair, and smiling. People were pelting stones at her, and one man was standing with a flame, ready to set her on fire. I wanted to get up and save my Daisy, but the villagers had tied up my hands and legs. I kept screaming and shouting, but no one listened, and they set my Daisy on fire in front of my own eyes. Seeing Daisy die, I was lying curled up like a chunk of meat. As the fire cooled down, that old man again, using rituals and spells, trapped that devil in the hill, and while handing me the ashes of Daisy, said,
Immerse it in river. Her soul won't roam around. She will be freed. And son, we didn't kill your Daisy. Her life's countdown started because of you. At least you are alive because of us. Now go from here and never come back towards this village."
He was telling the truth. Daisy was killed because of me. But I can't let her wander. That is why, coming out of that village, I went straight to river for Daisy's salvation. But I can't let her go alone. So I am also going with her forever.
Daisy, I am coming. Daisy, I am coming.